Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. We're on the south coast of the UK, and I thought I'd go for a little bit of a spin today, so we've just cranked it up, not very fast, just to 12 kilometres an hour. That'll get us done in 50 minutes, 10k in 50 minutes. Hello everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. Hello Anthony, Adrian, Sebastian. Hello Ryan in Florida and Clive. And hello to everyone listening on the live stream whilst running. Kevin, Sarah, anyone else. Hi guys, Sebastian. So I'm just going to go at 12 kph and keep that up for the 10k. I just fancied going a bit faster tonight. I hope you don't mind. So I won't be chatting loads. Sarah's in a foul mood, she says. That's funny, I haven't been in the best of moods this weekend. Oh, Darren says, do I want to do a fast 3k in the middle? Jonathan reckons I've sped off because he's in the run. Tana, hello. He says, hello shed quarters and all aboard. Hello John Freeze. Darren says he might hop, if I do 3k fast in the middle, he might hop on. What, from 4 to 7? At 15? Yes, okay. If you want to, I'll do 3 kilometres at 15 kph from kilometre 4 to kilometre 7. Yeah, happy to do that if you want to, Darren. It might hurt a bit. But seeing as I'm planning on doing a fast 10k later this month, I suppose I'd better get some training in. 0 to hero, hey to you. 5 to 8k, okay, yeah. Between 5 and 8k we'll go at 15. Okay. Right, so we've got 5k at this speed, 12 kilometres per hour. And then we're going to do 3 kilometres at 15 kph. And then we'll do the last 2k back at 12. Darren says he needs to warm up. Yeah. Okay, let's get going then. So this is our Monday community run. Every Monday, we all get together and we run together for an hour or for 10k on Makuri Islands. And we're all looking forward to the new roads on Makuri Islands coming up soon. End of this month, we'll have Urukazi. Oh dear. What are we going to do now if Janet's not around? What the hell are we going to do now? When I try to say your name? Kate is loud and proud and looking forward to going to Qatar for the World Cup. Not. Adrian says, normally I join you. Legs feel tired today though, so I'll stick with Clive. 0 to hero says, my HRV is always low. Anyone else experience that with Garmin products? My HRV is fairly low, but I think I know why that is. It's just because I don't get enough good sleep. You've got to get your sleep in. The only time that your Garmin measures your HRV is when you're asleep. So you've got to get your sleep in. Sarah Jacobson says her HRV is always low. Mine is hovering between unbalanced and balanced at the moment. Around about 47 milliseconds. By the way, I don't know if you're noticing, my Zwift app is struggling today. It keeps freezing, so I hope I don't crash. No worries, 0 to hero. Blimey, Clive, 86 unbalanced. That's off the top scale. That's at the top end, isn't it? Wow. Clive's HRV is 86. Yeah, I think mine's 47. Hovering on balanced, unbalanced. I can't really remember. I think it's just balanced today. Yeah, so I think as this run goes on and it taxes me a little bit more, I will be doing less talking. 0 to hero has HRV unbalanced of 34. Yeah, that does seem quite low, but obviously it is all individual. Adrian says, I've never heard of HRV. So HRV is the difference in time, in milliseconds, between your heartbeats. So each heartbeat that you have is not regular. So there'll be a heartbeat, then a gap, then another heartbeat. And those gaps are always different. And by measuring those gaps, it gives you an indication of your overall health. And the Garmin watches, the recent Garmin watches, give you that reading every day. Yeah, stands for heart rate variability. So the variability between the variability of when your heart beats. And yeah, you can time that. But the best place to time it is when you're not active, when you're asleep. Which is why Garmin only records it when you're asleep. It's quite difficult to record it when you're awake because wrist-based heart rate is flaky. Even with the good heart rate sensors that we have now on the back of watches, it still is more accurate when you're not moving, when you're very still. Kevin says, what's everyone's resting HR? Mine is about 47 again. Same as my HRV, about 47. Maybe 45. Marcus Holmes says, looking good, everyone. Adrian says, every day is a school day, yep. 2K in. UK in just about 11 minutes gone. Darren's resting heart rate is 34. That is very good, isn't it? Yeah, mine rarely gets into the 30s. It's almost always around between 45 and 47, I would say. I haven't got my phone next to me, so I can't check. Yes, how did you know, John? My age is 47 as well. Amazing. I know I look 37, but I am actually 47. Zero to Hero says, I'm going to need a sleep study. Oh dear, I am not looking forward to this 15 kph later, that's for sure. That's going to be hard work. I won't be talking during that. Definitely. Sebastian says, not with me, you're not doing 15 kph. I don't expect anyone to want to come with me. It is new music, Sarah, yes. Sarah Jacobson says, Stephen, is this new music? It is indeed. You can say that to her, Adrian, not me. I'd get killed if I said that. Sod it, let's say, yeah, Victoria is demanding. Victoria is very demanding, and that's why I've gone grey at 37. Oh no, Sarah Jacobson was listening, Adrian. I'm in trouble. She says, I will not stand for Victoria slander. It's alright, she's probably listening, I'll get a slap later. Domestic violence is real in our house. I am abused. Alright, no, I'm alright, I'm not. Okay. Unfortunately, this is the doghouse. The shed is the only doghouse we have. So if I'm banned to the sofa is over there in the doghouse. $2K to go before we speed up. Anthony says you're living dangerously. Darren says you just got lucky. Okay, look, heart rate 156, and we're only going at 12, so maybe I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit to get this heart rate down, because I don't want to be shattered before I start these 15 kph kilometres. Okay, I'll just answer Draber. Draber says, what Zwift view setting are you using? Well, okay. I'm using 0, which is the drone view. But what I've done is I've programmed something called auto hotkey. There's a program called auto hotkey, and I've programmed that to automatically change the viewing angle using the 0 key, which is the drone key for Zwift view. Right, I am going to be quiet for a minute or two. Darren's now saying he can't join me. You did that deliberately, didn't you? John Free said, I wouldn't say that from 4,000 miles away, let alone down in the garden a few metres away. Yeah, I'm a brave man, John. Don't try and get out of it now, Darren. I know that all you wanted to do was make me do an interval in the middle. And saying you'd join me. You had no intention of joining me. You're just being my coach, making me work harder. Well done, Clive, for your personal best time in the marathon on Sunday. Clive ran a personal best on Sunday, by the way, in the Cornish Marathon. 3 hours 25, PB by 20 minutes. Oh, for goodness sake. The Film My Run 500 seems to be at 12:35 tomorrow. Tomorrow? Oh yeah, it is Tuesday tomorrow, but 12:35. Okay. That's annoying. Right. 1 kilometre. And then I'm going to do what Darren's told me to do and speed up to 15 or 3k. It's not often you can get a PB by 20 minutes, is it? Well done, Clive. Fantastic. Right, I keep saying I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be quiet now. I am going to be quiet, Sarah, and you can't stop. exciting. Thanks, Seb. Easy, Sarah. We'll easily knock that time off for you. Thanks, Kev. not talking, Clive. Don't you goad me into it. With a heart rate of 173, I cannot talk. Don't crash. Don't crash on me. Hi, Jeff. One minute. I hate you, Darren. There's no way I can do that for 10k later on this month. Well done, Sebastian. Right. Carol says, oh dear, only 1 minute left. Jeff says, is he going to start jabbering again in the cool down? Right. Okay. No, just for that, I'm not talking. Because you know, secretly deep down, you love it. So, I'm not going to give you the pleasure of my dulcet tones. This is all Carol and Jeff's fault. Me not talking for the rest of the run. You can blame them, because I am keeping my mouth shut. Not a word will pass my lips for the next mile. Et tu, Brute Mutsayers. I have not said a word. I am taking this as a very serious training session, and you are not to spoil it for me. Do you think they'll buy that? Sarah will buy it. She's gullible. Sarah will buy that. Clive, are you live streaming tonight? Sometimes we have a joint live stream on the Zwift Run channel. Sarah, do you want me to wait on the finish line for you? Oh, right. I was going to say, if Clive was live streaming, I could finish in 5 minutes and hand over to Clive. But seeing as I'm streaming on my own, I might have to just stop before the finish line and cheer everyone over the line. No, not 15 kilometres. Standing still on the finish line. Right, I wasn't paying attention to the pizza conversation. So I don't understand when Sarah said, "Oh my God, Stephen, I would have felt so bad," or something. I don't know what any of that was about. Oh yeah, well, I don't know if you've noticed, my Zwift screen keeps freezing for a few seconds and then comes back to life. I bet Tina's getting used to this music now. She loves it now. Heather says, streaming on my own sounds like a top 10 hit in the making. I'm just singing it in my head now. Don't worry, I won't sing it out loud. Okay, 2 minutes to go, but we're going to pull up before the line and just say well done to a few people as they cross the line. Sarah doesn't want me to wait for her, so maybe I won't. Depends how we go. Before you were born, Clive. That's how old I am. Definitely not before Jeff was born, though. Sebastian's catching me up. Come on, Seb. I think Seb and me might cross the line together if he hurries his act up. Maybe not quite. Not quite. Here we go then. Right then, here comes Sebastian right behind me. Well done, Seb, good job. Oh, hang on a minute. I need to give Seb a ride on. Where's my mouse? Oh no, Seb, sorry mate. I've missed Sebastian coming over the line and giving him a ride on. Damn it. There he is, look, I can see him across the line, but I can't see him on my list of people. Maybe on the map I can see him. And Testers, well done Testers. Great job from you as well. Duerto. Clive Finnemore is about 10 minutes behind, so I won't do him just yet. Oh! And then my treadmill just crashed as well. How weird is that? Okay. There's the rear view. Let's hang on a second. We go like this. So we can now see people coming up to finish line behind us. I don't know who the next person is though. Because it's not Clive, because there's 10 minutes before Clive comes across the line. Right, I am... hang on a minute. Right, let me see if I can find Clive. Not Clive, Sebastian. And give him a ride on. Hang on. Don't move anywhere, Sebastian. Oh gosh, there's so many Sebastian Vots. There he is. There's Sebastian. And there's a ride on for Sebastian. Well done, Seb. And Duerto as well. Oh, I've done Duerto. Okay. So the other chap who finished has disappeared. So let's turn around again. See if we can see anyone else coming in. Right, if you want to say hello, ask me any questions, you can do, because I'm standing here for a couple of minutes. Ryan says, thanks for another great run. Is that off to work? Is Ryan going off to work? I've just reassembled my old Iowa hi-fi stack system. Brings back good memories, love it, complete with record player. I'm just waiting for a new stylus. Oh my god. Wow, do you remember hi-fi stack systems? They were the thing, weren't they? They were the thing. Okay, 30 seconds, and we've got Brockelman coming in from the Netherlands. Here he comes. And then Herzog from France, just behind. There's Herzog. Oh, we've missed... Oh no, Perrier's a bit further behind, sorry. The thing is, going around these villages and lapping each other or going loops around each other is a bit difficult to know where people are in the grand scheme of things. Look, it looks like Clive's ahead of me there, but he's not. He's about 6 minutes behind. Trinidad is coming in. Hello, Trinidad. This is, what's her name? Let's have a look who this is. Nuria Trinidad from Spain. Well done to you. So yeah, I am watching chat on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, so if you are hanging around and want to say hello or want to ask a question, please fire away. I am now here for the next 5 or 10 minutes just watching a few runners come in. I think we'll wait for Clive and Kevin to come in, and then we'll say goodbye, because that's about 7.5 minutes before those guys come in. So Nuria Trinidad, actually Nuria still has 3k to go. So who is the next person then? Let's have a look. Hang on. Oh, that's a bike. Right, hold on. Let me get back to me. All right, there's 2 runners coming in. Jarrett, well done, Jarrett. My mouse has disappeared again, annoyingly. So has Jarrett and Liz come in? Is that who's just come in? There's Kevin. And there's Clive. Bevan. Moura. Not Lucas Moura, who played against Liverpool yesterday. Bennett. Not my friend James Bennett, who I've just been talking about on my video that I've just been doing. So, I don't want to miss people coming in, but it seems like I just have. I think I've just missed Jarrett and Liz coming in. So, Clive and Kevin are 5 minutes away. Zimlowski from Poland should be arriving any second. Here we go. Here's Zimlowski, who I've already given a ride on to, by the looks of things. There we go. So there's Zimlowski crossing the line. Well done to you. Clive says he's had his stack system for 23 years. Carol says, I still have my Panasonic Ghetto Blaster CD player and twin cassette from the 80s. Sebastian has a new 10k PB, 47.23. Thanks for pushing me, he says. Fantastic, Sebastian. Well done. A new 10k PB for Sebastian. 47 minutes 23. Well done, Seb. Amazing. Jonathan Cost. Ghetto Carol. Me come from the ghetto. Brilliant. Did I just do that accent? I can't believe I just did that accent. I used to love doing a Jamaican accent. Oh dear. Right, who's next in? Bennett. Jay Bennett. Now, who is Jay Bennett? Let's have a look. So this is Jason Bennett. He's 53 and from the UK. Level 13 runner, level 16 cyclist. Just coming up to the line, 200 meters to go. Heart rate of 145. Well done to you. Right, Carol says we have. So she says we still have our Panasonic Ghetto Blaster CD player and twin cassette from the 80s. She says we still have it in our kitchen and use it often. Yeah, have you not got Alexa or Google Home? because you can just play anything on that, Carol. The radio, any song you like. You don't have to have a big Panasonic CD player ghetto blaster. You can just say to Google to play any song you want and it'll play it. You know that, don't you? Right, there's Jason Bennett crossing the line. Well done, Jason. And Clive. And how come Clive is still 4 minutes behind? Here's the gang, look. So this is Bevan and Clive and Kevin, and who else is that there? Is that Mick Cheney? No, Adrian Mutt says. Okay. Oh, here we go. No, cousins, but we do have air conditioning. Touché. Touché, my friends. Very good. Jonathan Cost says, I used to be a DJ, so I have a massive music collection. I know, but it still means you've got to go and get the disc and put it in the CD. But you just, instead of going to your big, you know, we all have those pieces of furniture that we got from MFI, don't we? Which is just like a big stack where you put all your CDs, and you've got about 4 of them side by side. And they're now in the room that you never go in, aren't they? The room that you used to have Sunday dinner in. They're now in there, and you've got loads of them, but you never use them. Because rather than go to that room, search for the CD that you want, and then put it in the machine, you just say, hey Google, play some good music. Hey Google, stop. I don't want her to play music now. That would be bad. Heather says, we've got our CDs and records in the loft. Exactly where they should be, Heather. I keep trying to get rid of them. My husband is having none of it. Tell him to get with the times. See, we are the other way round here. Victoria wants to keep all our old DVDs and CDs. She wants to keep all of them because she thinks that she might play them one day. She never will. And I say we need to sell them, just get rid of them, or at the very least put them in the loft. Ours are in the piano room, what once upon a time would have been the dining room, but now has a massive piano in it, and also Victoria's work office is now in there. So that is where we keep the CDs, in those very same MFI make-it-yourself things that are just the right size for CDs. And we never use it. We never use it. It's literally Netflix for videos and films and stuff, and Google Home or Alexa for music. That's the way it is these days. And Heather, your husband needs a slap around the face and to get with the times. You can tell him that from me. No, don't. Clive says, I don't have CDs anymore. Wow, Clive does not have his CDs anymore. Amazing. Right, Moura is not far from the finish. There he is, coming in. Well done, Moura. Crossing the line, and Bevan is just ahead of Clive and Adrian, and Jonathan Cost is there as well. Well done, Jonathan. So Bevan is just rounding the corner. Oh my God. Okay, this is getting bad now. Carol says we still have VHS videos. Carol, there's something wrong here. Mind you, actually, if I'm honest, I still have some VHS videos, but they're nostalgic. I mean, I would never play them, but I guess one day I would like to probably put them on hard drive or something. I think they're ones, like home videos and stuff that I haven't transferred to. Mind you, I have transferred most of my old VHS videos are transferred onto hard drive now. Right, Bevan is just crossing the line. Adrian Mutt says purchased 4 vinyl albums on Saturday. Right, I've discovered in the past few years, by the way, that saying the word purchased is a lot better than saying the word bought, because it doesn't confuse it with brought. I've brought something home. I've bought something. I've brought something. So if you want to say I've bought something, as in purchased something, I now, Victoria taught me this, and I hate her for it, to say purchased rather than bought, because it's far less confusing. MP3 download isn't the same as an album as a Christmas present. Well, yes, that's true, but do we give albums as Christmas presents these days? Clive's also been looking at vinyl recently. Controversial. Anthony Anderson says sound quality on vinyl is far superior. Far superior to what? I mean, MP3, a badly constructed MP3 at 128 kbps, yes. But a well-recorded WAV file, no. I'd argue. But I know what you mean. I mean, vinyl has a certain quality, doesn't it? Right, Sarah Jacobson is taking her time tonight. She's 16 minutes behind. So I am going to walk across the line, and we're going to end here. We're going to end with the controversy of vinyl, the warmth and the delight, the compression of vinyl, the warm sound, the compression of vinyl, to the clarity and the pristine sound of a WAV file or a digitally recorded CD at 350 kbps or whatever it might be. Right, Clive says thank you, Stephen. Heather says can of worms opened up at the end of this run. I'd get out now if you can. That's why I'm going. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sticking around for this. This is trouble now. It's like we'll be arguing about VHS and Betamax in a minute as well, and we cannot have that. I will be back tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, I think Clive has informed me that actually we have a problem with Film My Run 500 because it is at 12:35 tomorrow. So that's not good, really. But anyway, we'll have to put up with it. I don't think it's going to get changed now. I will message them, but I don't think they're going to be able to change it in time. The thing is, I did message them just the other day to ask them to make sure that it was done, and they messaged me back to say it was done. But they've actually put it back, put it even further back. Oh, well. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, Sarah Jacobson says she's only 3 minutes back. For what it's worth. Oh. It said to me that you were 16 minutes back. Right, Sarah, I don't know where you are then. Let me see if I can find you. Hang on, if you're only 3 minutes away, then we'll wait for you to come in. Bear with me. Let's go to find Zwifters. Sarah. No, that's not how you spell Sarah. Sarah Jacobson, not Jacobson. Oh dear. J-A-C. No, not Jackson. Right, I think that's Sarah there. Fan view. There she is. 9.8. Yeah, she is very nearly there. So there's Sarah. Well done, Sarah. Oh, there's Theo Heldon. Let's give Theo Heldon a ride on as well. There's quite a few runners actually still coming in, but Wertman as well. Oh, Wertman's stopped. Let's just watch Sarah come in. 200 metres to go for Sarah. Well done. Sarah, I did see that conversation about you not doing a sub-4 marathon. 4:11 from 3 years ago is perfectly changeable into 3:59 in April. Make sure, try hard to organise your work schedule so that you come to the training sessions with us. And if you want, I will send you some sessions to do as well. You don't want that, do you? But I'm going to send them anyway. And we will get you to 3:59. We'll get a team to run with you. I don't know if I will be going for sub 3, so I don't know. Well, I won't be running with you. I'll be running with Marcus and trying to get sub 3, but hopefully we'll have a bit of a team that can run with you. Right, Carol says, thanks, Stephen. Great stream. John Free says, thanks, Stephen. Sebastian, thanks, Stephen. Clive, see you next time. Adrian, thanks, mate. See you. Thank you very much, guys. There's Sarah. She is done, and we are done here. Thank you very much, everyone. We will see you tomorrow for the Film My Run 500 at the later UK time of 12:35. And by goodness, the middle of the afternoon in Central Europe at 1:35 in the afternoon, and almost the middle of the morning if you're in the USA. So take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Wrong button. I'll press the right button now.